Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another video. Baz is back home from Carnarvon now, and he's actually reviewing a beer that he bought not the week I've just worked, but the week before that when I was working there as well. And it's one of the Wild Horse Brewing Co. beers, and the one we are looking at in this one is their Elements 13, and it's a dry stout. There we go. It's coming in at 4.3% in a 440ml. Can't remember how much it was. I think it was about £3.40 a can, then I had discount, but you can go and look on their website. Beautiful artwork, their typical sort of design, but it is very nice. So, slightly chilled, let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Glass has had a wash. Since I've been home, I've given it a good old wash. And by the time you see this video, the video that I'm going to do after is going to be well and truly long gone. But I'm going to be doing the Lager Top Camden Lager Top Lemon Lager after. So maybe I should make the most of this beer and something decent. Right, I'm going to leave a little gap so I can get my nose in there. So I've probably got half the can in there. Beer in a glass, holding it up. It's sort of like got a muddy sort of brown hue to it. I don't want to say it's jet black, but it kind of looks it. But I'm going to say that is a really, really dark brown. But looks fantastic. I'm not seeing any bubbles go up the glass. We got a lovely, compact, fluffy tan finger of head, which looks beautiful, to be honest. That does look absolutely stunning. So without further ado, I don't think it says a lot on the can, to be honest. Not really, just tells you about the elements, what it's all about. So let's dive in, have a sniff of this. Ooh, do you know what? Elements dry stout. This, now I can't read that, but for me, straight off the nose, that is smelling like a black IPA. Hoppy, malty, roasted malts, a little subtle coffee hit. Smells lovely. Maybe a little bit of fruitiness there from the hops as well. I'm going to have a quick nosy on this because I'm curious now. Elements 13 continues our exploration of dark beer styles, this time showcasing roasted barley, rich coffee character for a smooth and dry, satisfying stout. Okay, but it certainly smells like a black IPA, so it's got that hoppiness of a black IPA, so that's why I think it smells like it. But let's dive in, give it a go. Cheers everyone, happy weekend, get in there. A week today, Cape Verde. I'll probably be there by the time this video goes up. Okay, straight away, first impressions, the beer is nice. We'll get in and do the other bits now. I've got to say the body feels very, very thin. Yeah, it's 4.3%. But now I wanted to sort of knock it for being so light really, or thin. But it's actually really enjoyable. The body actually is nice to be able to drink it. So it's not heavy, you know what I mean? Carbonation's there. It sort of builds up as you drink it. You sort of like get a big whoosh of carbonation. Small bubbles, not particularly rough, but there is quite a bit in there. But it still has a beautiful mouthfeel. And it is lovely and smooth. Now we'll get some more in. And we'll go in with the tasting notes for you. Look at that. That's a fantastic looking beer. And yeah, tasting notes. It's rich, it's roasty, coffee. There's a little bit of fruitiness there. There's a hoppy fruitiness. It does have that little tingle of black IPA. Rich, malty, possibly a little bit of chocolate in there. A bit of coffee, roasted coffee sort of beans. You definitely get that little bit. You get a bitterness, a roasted coffee bitterness on the back, just about there. And that's really lingering. But I also think there's a little bit of hoppy sort of bitterness in there as well. And the hops are coming in now there. And it certainly has a black IPA feel to it. It's got more of a body of a porter, if I'm honest. Like I say, there's no sort of massive weight to it, but it is, with the carbonation does sort of pull it through that. It's definitely dry. It definitely leaves you dry. The more you drink, your palate adjusts, and you can feel the dryness as soon as it hits you. It's not like it comes in on the back end. Yes, cat. One cat meowing there, yowling. It's not like it comes in on the back end. Once you've had a bit, it's there all the time. 4.3%. Yeah, there's a fair bit of flavour there for that. Yes, it's... And the more I have, the more it's coming across more stouty and more sort of stout bitterness. But there's definitely some of that bitterness is the hops there. It is turning more towards a stout the more you drink, I would say. I was saying black IPA, I thought it could be. Even though it's saying dry stout, I thought it certainly had hints of a black IPA. Probably still has, but that stoutiness probably comes to the forefront a bit more. So, yeah, 4.3%, lots of flavour. You don't get the alcohol. One more. Yeah, it's a decent drop. I will say, if you don't like bitterness, if you don't like roastiness, and you don't like coffee, you don't want to get it. And if you don't like beers too dry, you don't want to get it. But if you love all that, give Wild Horse Brewing Co.'s Dry Stout Elements 13 a go, because that's what it does. Exactly that. And I think if you like a black IPA, you'll like this as well too. So yeah, thumbs up from me. Certainly it's going to be the personal preference, this one, but I think they've done exactly what they want to do. So yeah, thumbs up from me. Like I say, would I get it again? I don't dislike it. I'm not sure I would rush out and go and buy it again. If it was in a pub and there was nothing else on, I'd happily drink it. If you've had this beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Hope you all have a great bank holiday weekend. And I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.